What's going on, everybody? This is Lou Shiva with Worldwide Corals, and I'm here for the tank delivery of the second 2,000-gallon tank. Vic's not here today, but anyway, we're picking up the slack for him until he gets here. As you can see, the tank just arrived from Miami. We're gathering the crew together, and we're gonna get this sucker into the shop. I mean, I never drove one of these before. I don't know if I should even try. I don't know. I'll try to start it up and see what it does. So far, so good. Whoa, 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 whoa! What did I do? Hey, anybody know how to drive a forklift? Need help?
All right, guys, so let's check out the 4,000-gallon app day. Finally, things are moving super fast, so I'm gonna keep you guys informed with everything that's going on. So follow me back here, guys. If you guys been to the store, this is the back of the store right here. That's where the bathroom is. So right here, we used to have the frozen food. This is where the frozen food is gonna be. The electrical work, good news, is almost done. One more day of work, it'll be done tomorrow. And they're coming to do the drywall. We're gonna seal everything right here with a drywall. Right up here, we're gonna have a loft, and it's gonna have all the electrical that it can stay away from the water. Protein skimmer is gigantic. We're using the Reef Octopus Protein Skimmer XP 9000. It is humongous. Wait till you guys see it's coming right here. We actually have it upstairs. Then we got a Reef Octopus calcium reactor, custom made for us, gigantic. It's gonna be right here. Right here is gonna be a catwalk that we're gonna put all the way across. We're gonna be putting the Lua illuminates lights. We got 50 of them. We're building a whole rack that is gonna be suspended, and then we're gonna be able to bring it up and bring it down with chains. So we're super excited. But the most exciting thing that I wanna show you guys, follow me around, we're introducing 14 yellow tanks to one of the tanks to the right side of the tank, the 4,000-gallon. So here we are. We have had these yellow tanks for many years. Some of them can be 5 to 10 years with us at least. These are ones that we have in the farm. And right now we're taking them out of the farm. We're gonna give them a permanent home. Super excited. We're putting 14 of them, so let's check this out. First fish goes in. You guys are seeing it live. It looks so little in there, right? 2, número 2. We're putting 14 of them. These fish are super healthy, so this is so exciting, guys. We've been waiting for this for a long time. Between the electrical taking forever, we thought we were gonna have this thing done in 3-4 months. It's literally been 9 months into the making. It's taken a long time, guys. We underestimated the size of this tank. This is a 4,000-gallon display tank. Basically, 2,000-gallon tanks side by side into one sump, one system. So this is a 4,000-gallon tank. We're super proud of it, guys. It's huge. It's a big boy. We passed all the inspection, all the electrical's done, the sumps are here. The guys are inside trying to hang the new brackets for the new lights. They're literally, the sumps are in place. They're starting to plumb yesterday. I'm gonna bring you guys inside. But first, I wanted to remind you guys of something. Actually, I wanted to tell you guys about something. Polo Reef, Andrew Sandler, if you're watching, I've been to your house a few times, and I know you're working on this 2,500-gallon tank in your office, and I happen to see that you recently put water and rocks, but you don't have your filtration going. I happen to be in the same exact spot. So I am challenging you to a contest to see who can build the baddest and biggest tank on 2024. So more details are coming to follow, but I hope you're paying attention, because this challenge is coming to you. It's on your face. You can't deny it, buddy. You have to accept it. Tell me what you're thinking, all right? Everyone's gonna be pumped about this. So here we got the sumps from Luna Sumps. Robert Luna Sump, he's been killing it. He's been doing custom work for us for several years now. He does amazing acrylic work, you know. Seriously, he made these 2 custom sumps. They're 300 and something gallons each, both joined into one. It's a pretty complex thing. The drains is 2 inches. It's got 8 drains, you say, per tank?
6 drains per tank.
6 2-inch drains per tank. So we got 12-inch drains all together for both tanks, which is 2,000 gallons each, one system. And then we have three returns on each tank. And how big are the returns going to be, an inch?
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half? Yeah. So we got 3 inch and a half returns for each tank. So that's for the sump right there. We also, if you guys can see here, you guys can see right here, we got the various pumps from Coral View. So we got 6 of them. Eventually it's going to be 4 of them. We're waiting for the next size up, which is going to be the next model. It's going to be a little stronger. But for right now, we're going to start with 6 of them. It's a lot of excitement, guys. Right up here, as you guys can see, the whole the drop ceiling tiles. We took them down. We're getting ready. We're hanging out in the rafters right there. We're hanging all those rods, and that's where we're going to hang the whole canopy. The lights are going to be able to go up and down. It's going to be all covered, just like the 1,500 gallon tank.
So what we're doing now is we're roughing in the return pumps for the system. We just finished all of the overflow lines. There's 12 total overflow lines, and now we're going to plumb in the 6 return lines. So for the time being, there's going to be 6 return pumps. 4 of them are going to be between these 2 sumps, and kind of a weird layout, but it makes sense to us. And then there's going to be a pump in each sump chamber that's going to feed the skimmer, the UV, stuff like that. So getting ready to drill now. That's always the anxious part. So we are making the last connection here on the return lines for the left side of the twin 2,000 gallon systems. And as soon as we get this one glued up, we'll be able to fire it up and test everything, make sure there's no leaks.
So the plumbing is almost done. These sumps are over 300 gallons each. We literally put these external inline heaters. They're super like heavy duty. We got all 6 pumps plumbed in. They just finished the overflow. They're getting ready to start it. As I told you guys earlier, protein skimmer stands being built right now. The electricity is all done. We believe in about a week or so we're going to see things running. So we're getting very close. So stay tuned for more info, guys.
We got a delivery from Coral View, the CR250 calcium reactors. We're going to put 2 of them on here. So 2 of the full-size reactors and 2 of the secondary chambers.
We actually have to make custom made this so they will fit for us, right? In the area when we need to fit them.
So this is the secondary chamber.
Secondary chamber.
Yep, that's going to hold extra media.
Little Reef Octopus sticker from my collection. Hopefully today or tomorrow we start working on the protein skimmer. Let me show them the protein skimmer real quick. Look at this bad boy, guys. Check this out. This is to give you guys an idea. This is a big monster, man. This thing has been with us for about 6-7 years. This used to run a 2,500 gallon system in our old store, and it was too much for it. That's how we know it will be plenty, you know, for a 4,000 gallon system. This is the XRO XP 9000. This is a commercial protein skimmer. It's made by Reef Octopus. You guys can see right there the logo. Again, more Reef Octopus we're using on this system. We're super excited. We're gonna clean it up. Obviously, it's gonna look brand new when we set it up. This is the area where the calcium reactor is going in the protein skimmer. Electrical panel finally is all done, approved. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I help with the aquascape, not much else, with the design maybe, a little bit. Josh, Matt, Sergio, Mike, you guys been working really hard around the clock on this project. Tank is huge, guys. It's 11 each. It's 2 tanks in one system. They consist of 2,000 gallons each. They're roughly 11 feet long, 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide. They're mega tanks. For us, they're gigantic, a lot bigger than the 1500 in the Pentagon.
It feels huge compared to the 1500.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be asking you a lot of questions so everyone at home you can explain to everyone at home everything that we've done with this tank. So again, I already said the dimensions. Let's just start like we just turned the lights on, right?
Yeah, they literally just went on, all of them yesterday. Well, last night.
Cool. And I was telling people the rock's been here for about 4 or 5 months, something like that. It was maybe more.
Well, we did it in November.
Something like that. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I want to say it was November.
So let's call it 5 months, just to be sure. And fish has been here for what, 2 months or 3 months now?
So that batch and that tank went in there the longest, and then 2 weeks later. So I'm gonna guess it's somewhere around 2 months.
Okay, and the fish, real quick. I know we have a pair of illuminates here.
Yep,
We have a unicorn tank
yep.
and 24 yellow tanks that we previously have from many years ago on the farm.
Yeah, so when we moved here, we got a huge order from Hawaii.
Couple hundred yellow
right
tanks.
before they shut down, yeah.
Yeah, because we actually moved to this facility in the middle of 2019. And we wanted to put anywhere from 5 to 6 yellow tanks per raceway, and we got about 40 raceways back there.
Yep.
So we were very blessed to be able to have this many yellow tanks. So we empty 80% of the farm on yellow tanks, and now we're able to put 24 here and roughly about 14 here, I want to say, on the right side.
I want to say it's 14, yeah.
We decide to go bare bottom.
Yep.
We decide to go bare bottom because we have to dive into this tank, and we got to step all over in this tank in order to work. Because if you know the tank is 4 feet tall, 6 feet deep, imagine if you're standing right here, you're trying to reach 6 feet that way, 4 feet deep. Unless you're 13 feet tall, it's not gonna happen. So that was the reason to go bare bottom. We also love bare bottom, right?
And the rock is kind of blocky, it's chunky. So we can deliver a ton of flow in this tank with the panther race.
Yeah, so we decided to go with Marco Rock. We love these flat rocks. It gives you this natural look. We felt that way. I mean, everybody's got different tastes, right?
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, ultimately, like I said, it's blocky, but it gives us a lot of space to work with when we're laying out coral that want to stretch out.
Yes, so we designed a lot of that stuff that way, right? Like enough for the corals can, eventually you're not gonna see a lot of these, how do you wanna call it, bays or whatever?
Yeah, well, the silhouette.
What kind of nozzles are those, return nozzles? I've never seen those before, Josh.
So you know what? It was kind of a cool conversation. So I asked Matt, I was like, do we have a way to get 1-inch lock line? And he goes, I don't think anybody makes it anymore.
Wow.
And it just so happened that night I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a thing from VCA.
Okay.
They make the random flow generator. And I went to their webpage and they had a 1-inch piece of lock line.
Oh, wow.
So these are his new patented, they call them Flex Series random flow generators, but they're on 1-inch lock line.
Cool.
So we were able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full stretches of lock line on both tanks in 1 inch.
And how does that feel?
It's
Pretty
pretty
strong?
wild. Actually, Brent put his hand in front of it yesterday and he goes, are these on a pulse? And I was like, no, that's the random flow generators. So it feels inconsistent, but it's not.
And how does that happen? Do you know?
I really don't know the engineering
design
behind it, but it's like rifling. You can look inside of it and it's like the rifling on a gun barrel.
Okay, interesting.
It's pretty cool.
Cool, something different this one. So
Yeah.
VCA, you say, is the company?
Yep. Antonio hooked us up, man. I'm happy that we were able to get 1-inch lock line on there. Otherwise, think about what 3/4 looks like on a tank this big.
Cool, thank you, Antonio from VCA, man. Good product, man. For flow inside the tank, we're gonna have the Penta Race ECM 63s, which they produce roughly 16,000 gallons each.
Correct.
Something like that. Do you know how many we're planning to use per tank?
So our goal is to have 4, but it looks like on that tank we might end up doing 3.
3?
Just because it's less rock. It's not.
Gotcha.
If
The-
you
the
look,
way the viewable
this
panel.
is substantial. You know what I mean? And
I
that's
understand.
kind of open.
So
I
7,
feel-
so 3 to 4 per tank. All right, so we're here in the back room, we're in the filtration room. We decided to go with, we had this from the previous store. It's a workhorse. We got new pumps, right? We needed them. For UV sterilizer is right back here. Can you tell me a little bit about it, Josh?
This is a Pentair 300 watt high output unit.
Okay.
So pretty much just two 150 watt lamps.
Okay, and that's the controller right there for the UV sterilizer?
Yep.
And is that a flow meter for the UV so we know how much flow we're delivering there?
Yeah, on both the skimmer and the UV, we're running the Hydros flow monitoring.
All right, so that's something that we're gonna be doing next. We're gonna be building the monitor. We're gonna control this tank with the Hydros controller.
Yeah, we currently have one of the, or actually two of the modules set up on here.
Okay.
Matt was actually super impressed. That's the first time he set up Hydros unit.
Okay.
And he had that first module programmed in like 4 minutes.
Okay, cool. This, we waited for a long time. I know we talked to Dave, I wanna say maybe a year and a half ago.
That was a long time.
In Texas last year, the year before, is when we started the whole drawing. These guys, don't underestimate anytime you do a project that I want to say 2,000, 3, 4, 5,000 gallon tank, it's something that it can take a year or two from the time that you start planning and you pull the trigger and you make your deposit or whatever you want to call it. It can take a year or two to get the system fully running correctly until you work all the kinks, right? It's kind of like a beta testing we're going through right now.
Yeah, I would bet, honestly, that just dialing in the system to do what we want and to make the corals live in the environment that we want is going to take the better part of the rest of the year. I mean, I don't mean to sound stupid, but all those cords up there,
just to tie them up.
nothing's buttoned up.
Label.
Everything has an address. Everything has to be up away from the water. Like,
You're right, it's a
I mean,
lot.
what do you do when you change one of those valves? You got to know which one it is, right?
Yes. So it's not as simple as it sounds, like just plug them in and forget about it. But anyways, that takes a long time. And we start talking to Jeremy from Coral View a year and a half ago, and they made this custom for us, which is 2 dual chamber calcium reactors. And can you tell me why we went double on this, Josh?
Yeah, we wanted the redundancy, 1.
Okay.
2, we already used one of these on the 1500, so all these parts are the same. That's the nice part, is every time you've got multiple units around here, backups, we can have to replace any one at any point in time.
So we're running 3 of these calcium reactors right
Correct.
now. Gotcha. The same way that we run the other calcium reactors, that there's a different brand. Gotcha, I understand.
This is just 2 for 1 tank.
And if one breaks, you can fix the other one quick.
I've still got one running.
You still got one
Wasser
running.
will keep us going.
And for return pumps, we went with the Reef Octopus with the
It's called the Varios 10.
various 10. And how many did we went with?
6.
And then for the sumps, we went with Luna Reef.
Yep, Luna created a special design for us here.
Okay.
This comes in and goes out, but we put it at such an angle because the water that's moving laterally through here is moving so fast. I didn't want it blowing holes through the filter floss.
Okay, so all the plumbing is done. The sumps are completely done. Obviously, guys, don't pay attention to
a
all of this mess. This is our update number 1. Give us another 4 to 6 weeks. We'll give you guys another update. This is the best part. We're gonna show you guys the entire progress. Obviously, this footage that you guys are seeing on this video, it goes back over the last 10, 11 months.
Yeah.
So we've been gathering footage over and over and over. So this is going to be a very long video. It's going to be interesting to watch. But the best part is going to be documenting this entire process. And we made the mistake to build this mega store and not document the entire farm and all the display tanks. We're not going to make the same mistake twice with this one. So I think this is exciting, right? Just to be able to do that.
Yeah, and you know what? I think part of building a successful aquarium is understanding what it is that makes it tick, right? Because every tank is pretty much the same. You need to give them the habitat that they want, but then you're also working against things. Like here, it's space,
Yeah.
right? Why did we put sumps underneath the stand? Why didn't you put them somewhere else? Well, we don't have the space. Why did you do 2 sumps instead of 1? Why? Because we didn't
Because
have
for the
the space.
stands, that we only have certain amount of space.
So there was a bunch of hurdles, and the best thing that we can talk about through that process is why we did what we did.
Yeah.
Because people are going to run into the same situation down the road.
We're going to be documenting everything for you guys to know, because anyone that tells you that everything is always perfect, they're lying, man. This is something that we keep learning how to run aquarium hobby still today. In 2024, the aquarium hobby industry, I think it still has a lot to learn and a lot to go, and I don't think we're ever going to stop learning, right?
No, I don't think so.
So,
If not, then you don't grow.
yeah. So one more thing to talk about is we choose to go with the Illumagic Lua lights,
Yep.
right? We tested some of these lights about a year ago.
Over a year, I think.
Over a year ago, and we had great results with it. We like them. We wanted to try something new. and we went with them, and we're super happy. We got 50 of them. We literally put 50 on top of this. We just turned the lights on 2 days ago. They're gonna be running for about 2 hours a day, an hour a day.
Just for now until we can get the phosphates down.
We don't have fuzz, y'all, just kidding. There you go. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, this tank has been running just to get cycle, and phosphates are what, 3.0, 0.3?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
It's high.
At least 3.0 for what we think.
Yeah.
But it's high enough where we think it's a problem, and we have some acros we've been quarantining in the Pentagon for about 3-4 months now, whatever.
Since we did that acro video.
Yes, and we did that acro video, maybe 3 months ago. And Brent is in our farm, you guys seen him before. He's been dipping them twice a week. No flatworms, nothing on them. So we can put them in here, but now we have to get the, we gotta be able to get the tank to take more light. But with the phosphates, we're afraid we turn the lights on too long, we're gonna have an algae bloom. So that's gonna be.
Imagine fighting algae in a tank that size.
But I don't think it's gonna happen because we have so many tanks.
No.
And we're gonna introduce more tanks. That's just like the majority of them. There's gonna be maybe another 10 or so in each tank of the all cool ones, you know. I would like to see a lot of clownfish because the tank is so big. That would be nice. No? Josh said no. Maybe more of the Pentagon. Josh, I think that's about it. I mean, for us to keep on talking about this, thank you guys for staying tuned in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It took us 1 year. This is the longest video I ever done. It's like, well, we ever gonna get done? I mean, look at Josh. It's like, oh, finally. But guys, stay tuned for more information on this tank. We're gonna be bringing it to you very soon. I hope you guys like the information. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give us a like. If you guys have questions regarding this tank, because there's gonna be a lot. Why is this hanging here? What kind of controllers we using? Why we use this? Why we use that? Whatever. Where are we planning to run things? Are we gonna do cog wash? Are we gonna do this? Whatever. What are we planning on feeding? What kind of fish we're gonna introduce? What critters? Everything will be documented. I think that's what's gonna be very important. So, question, post them below. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Reefapalooza is happening tomorrow, Saturday, April 20th, and Sunday, April 21st. We're super excited. Josh is gonna be here at the store all weekend. I'll be at the show all weekend. If you guys see us, you guys have any questions, just approach us. You guys see I'm already rocking my Reefapalooza t-shirt. I'm super excited. Reefapalooza is actually celebrating their 10-year anniversary. There's 180 vendors. It's gonna be jam-packed. If you live anywhere near Florida, if you happen to be in the Carolinas, Alabama, Georgia, I don't know, somewhere, Louisiana, take a drive down, hop in a plane. You don't wanna miss this one out, guys. And you can get to see the 4,000 gallon tank in person. So hopefully we'll see you at Reefapalooza, April 20th, April 21st.